So in the last 3 weeks, a lot of the biggest cheat providers have been shut down. And to name some of these is going to be Tom Ware, 2 Second, Phantom Overlay, Solo Q, and ZZ Cheats. And the one thing that's funny to me about reading some of their posts of like why they're shutting down or like, okay, we're going to stop all services here is that they really felt like they were doing the community like this great service. Like that's like the funny, like I see some of these tweets and some of these tweets, man, they sound real heartfelt. 84, like, I started this long time ago. And man, you guys have been great. Like what is this, man? What?
It's actually amazing to see some of those replies. These guys they've dedicated so much time and love into developing these cheats. They put, their family time and time away from friends to do this terrible thing that they did out of love.
Right. But it just cracks me up. Like, I don't know if like we should show somehow like these or not, but man, you should see some of these tweets where man they are just giving like thanks to all the community for helping them become who they are, and man we supported them through thick and thin, and oh man, it's terrible. So this is a great news for the honest game player, right? So the anti-cheat obviously didn't stop these cheats, right? So Call of Duty did the next thing by shutting down the cheats. So how about you talk about some of the stuff that you found out about the anti-cheat?
So a couple of things about Ricochet that has since been discovered. In the past, Activision themselves have told us that Ricochet was very AI based. So it was supposed to be this very automated learning system that would scan and catch cheaters and even implement mitigation tactics like ghost enemies and no damage bullets and fall damage to players that were caught cheating. But unfortunately, we've seen over the last few years those things didn't really pan out the way they were pitched. And
No.
most recently, I think one of the best things I've seen is they posted a job opening for a senior director of game security. And what this role is going to do is they're going to lead a team of engineers, reverse engineers, and Windows kernel developers to use machine learning to combat cheating in Call of Duty. And I think that is a great new direction based on what they told us Ricochet was before, where it was mostly AI. Now we're going to get reverse engineers to actually look at a cheat provider or a cheat software, and we're going to reverse engineer to tackle it on day one. Someone tries to use it, our team of engineers is already going to have a mitigation in place versus letting the AI try to figure this out.
Right. So in like our field, AI is a really big thing.
Yes.
But I think AI, they are letting AI control too much of our processes. Like AI is only going to be as good as whoever's using it. So if like you let AI take over, you're going to have a lot of holes, a lot of issues, because it's only built to look at specific things, and then like the ceiling for it is very, very low. But then you can grow upon the AI, you know what I mean, to like make it think about this logic, further and further. But I think you are right. This is a step in the right direction, where I think this is what they should have done like long time ago.
Right.
But going this way was probably going to cost them more money than just using AI, obviously. But on the other hand, AI is not working like it's supposed to, so like they're losing money anyway. Season 3 is supposed to what Activision, Treyarch, Call of Duty is hoping is that Season 3 will bring back those old players that left because of cheating, because of the anti-cheat. Ricochet was just not good enough. Taken as I think this, but I definitely think this is a step in the right direction. What do you think season 3 is going to hold for us, and like, what are your thoughts, just specifically on cheating? Season 3, where do you think it's going to show for us?
Well, I think these 4 providers you named being banned recently, it's a
Mm-hmm.
big move, bigger than most will understand. Just to touch on Phantom Overlay, for example, Phantom Overlay was one of the gold standards of cheap providers. So to
Mm-hmm.
see Phantom Overlay close its doors seemingly overnight, that's almost like a bad signal that some major moves are happening when a big player like that closes its doors.
Yeah,
And
definitely.
and as far as what season 3 holds for us, that gives me, a positive feeling, because I think a lot of the reason why players have stopped playing COD or are leaving Call of Duty is because it's the trust. When you play Call of Duty, you don't have trust in what's happening. You don't trust that you're playing legitimate players. But if they can release season 3 and give the community back some trust to say, hey, our anti cheat is better, we've banned more cheat providers, you can trust that you're playing real people that are not using any tactics, then maybe you can come back to the game and actually have a good time.
So for me, season 3, this is a step in the right direction, getting rid of some of the major players in the cheat world. But I know, and everybody should like know, this isn't gonna be like a 100% thing. You're not gonna not run into cheaters. But I appreciate the effort of
Yes.
Activision and Call of Duty trying to make their game a lot better and fair. Like you said, the trust, bringing back the trust by doing stuff like this. I can appreciate the effort, and I'm looking forward to season 3. I know it's not gonna be like perfect, but at least I know that Call of Duty is trying. There has been so many sections and period of time where you knew or you felt like they did not care. They just don't care. But seeing this and then them pushing back season 3, what, another 2 to 3 like weeks, and then seeing all this new info coming out within that time, it could restore some trust back into the Warzone community for sure.
Yeah, and I'll double back on what you said earlier about the loss of revenue versus investing into these positions. I think the community needs to also, for all the hate the community gives Activision and Team Ricochet, um, we do need to give them some
Rightfully so, though.
trust. Rightfully
Rightfully so.
so, of course.
Rightfully so.
Rightfully so. But now we do need to give them some trust, because we can see they're showing us, hey, we're investing in people, not just AI systems. We're hiring a senior lead to run a team of people, not a team of AI bots. And all these cheap providers that have been banned, that takes finances, that takes investment in lawyers, in things like that. So the company is showing us, hey, we're willing to invest time and money to fix this problem that we know is out of hand. So as a community, we should start to give them a little bit of trust, but let's not overreach, because they still have to prove it to us.
Exactly. Exactly. I think it's going to be better than season 2, of course. Season 2, well, actually since Warzone Treyarch has come out.
Right.
Treyarch and the Activision team, like you said, it's taken money to like get these cheats off their platform.
Right.
And yeah, well, we just, it just has to be seen. I guess it's gonna have to be seen. So what is it? April 3rd? Is
April
it
3rd.
April 3rd? We're gonna see if any of these efforts has rendered any like like results for us. You know what I mean? Like, far as, is this gonna be a game that we could keep on playing, or is this something that, like you said, well, they said what in 2017, 2018, they might just get rid of it. So hopefully, I'm hoping personally that this is the step that we need to take to like bring Warzone back to its 2019 glory.
Yeah, the gaming community needs Warzone, um, a clean version of Warzone.
Yep.
Despite the Warzone haters, the BR haters, I think this is a game that is needed in the community. Every game has its core market, and if we were to lose Warzone, I believe in 2025 or post 2025, Call of Duty would hurt its brand more than it would help if it did not have Warzone.